Hi, my name is Lakesha from the Lakesha Network. I am here to remind you to go to your Google or Apple App Store. Simply type the word Lakesha and then search to install and download the Lakesha Alert app to stay up to date on my new superior features. Subscribe to my YouTube page, opening up your app and clicking menu. Click on the About Us tab. Try to get familiar with my software and also teach it to your loved ones. And get your household familiar with my information. It will be useful in the future. You're welcome in advance.
Okay, greetings. Today we have Danielle Z. Bozra of the Maroon community. He's going to be talking to us today about the Jamaican government's encroachment, or their attempts to encroach on Cockpit country for bauxite mining. And we have a lot of solutions that have not been looked at, have not really been discussed. So we're all very excited today, myself and other fellow Jamaicans at home and abroad, who want to speak with Danielle. So greetings, Danielle.
Blessed, perfect love to my people all over the world and in the diaspora, It's my
lovely.
pleasure to be here.
And it's lovely to actually have you on. I did see you on another platform discussing some of the solutions that we can have in Jamaica rather to the mining. So I'm going to be giving you the platform today to really start discussing your involvement and your solutions as well.
Okay. My involvement is just a birthright responsibility. It's just what it is. I have to be who I am, and I am my ancestors. We are the ones that we have been waiting for. So that's just what it is. The reality that we are facing is that, as per the World Trade Organization statistics, in every country in the world, water is more expensive than gasoline. However, it is gasoline that for some reason determines economic value and standard in the world economy. But water is more expensive than it. So, based on that reality, the mere attempt to destroy the Coptic country, which is Jamaica's water table. The Western Coptics produce 40% of Jamaica's water. The Eastern Coptics produce the other 60%.
Wow.
With the Blue Mountain Range and the Portland Coptic Mountains providing the rest of that. Because the Coptic Mountains, you see, is the government is attempting to have the people believe that it is the western part of the island. No, if one looks at a topographical map of Jamaica, one will see that it is a mountain range that runs through the entire middle spine of the island. So, based on the source of water that we have in a world where water is more expensive than gasoline, the thought of destroying the water table with mining, because what you have is a limestone water table that traps, filters the water, cleans it, and just allows it to run down into the rest of the island. You would mine that, and the chemicals and the effects of that would totally destroy the water source for the entire island.
Exactly.
So you could not allow that to happen. That to show you that these are people who are they have no thought for us and for our children or our great grandchildren yet born.
Exactly, because to me that sounds like that would be the death of Jamaica.
It is. That's what it would be if they were to allow to do that.
Indeed.
Well, that's what a corporation does, isn't it?
Yes, because they're greedy. They're all about money. It's not. It's about profit, but it's a short-term profit when you actually compare.
Because they said there's probably less than 30 years of bauxite left. We have another 30 billion years on the planet. That's extreme short-sightedness. Exactly. And the most unfortunate thing is that it is a clear demonstration of the lack of any concern for the lives of the people of the island, because it is all about the cut that you can get. Because here's the hypocrisy. The government is a 51% partner owner in Norando,
Indeed, yes. Yes.
The government owns 50. So it is the government that is trying to dig out the dirt to destroy Jamaica under the guise of making progress for Jamaica.
Mm-hmm.
In a world where ecological awareness is at the forefront, or children in basic school and prep school are being taught about ecological awareness and the preservation of the environment. In this world today, they would attempt the retrograde action of attempting to mine the Coptic country for bauxite. The worst thing is the hypocrisy, that is the lies that are being told to the people. Now understand that the Chinese cut a highway across from Spanish Town to Ochi. And we need to know where the dirt is, because bauxite is valued a couple thousand US dollars per ton. Rare earth minerals gone up to $38 and $48 a ton. Where is the dirt? There's no dump we can find in Jamaica where the bauxite, where the dirt that the Chinese cut to make the highway, where it was dumped.
Exactly.
They shipped out all that. That's rare earth minerals for their high tech. So the government is trying to sell the people of Jamaica on a deal for bauxite, while the Chinese are going to pay us for, the people are going to pay us for bauxite and get billions of dollars worth of other rare earth minerals. And the government, the scam is the government get a little cut and don't bother a charge for that part of it.
Yeah. And they're not telling the people.
Rare earth minerals. The Jamaica government has a mapping of where are there's a mapping of where the uranium is. Because the kinds of pressure that it takes to create the Cockpit Mountain creates all kinds of wealth. That's the thing. So the Jamaican government has no jurisdiction in the Coptic country. They can show none, and they're attempting to play a bad man steamroll game. Only to realize that the children of the Maroons and the very descendants of the slaves who are now articulate and edified, are ready to defend it and will not allow it to happen.
Exactly. And this is one of the things I wanted you to expand upon, actually, about the fact that they don't have jurisdiction.
Okay, the jurisdiction goes is that the Prime Minister and the government of Jamaica operates on a document called the Order of Jamaica 1962, which is a crown document, Caribbean and North Atlantic territories. So it is not really an independent, it is rather an dependence, a state of being independent.
Yes.
And that document states categorically, it is a management manual, how you're going to, because that's why, to show you the deception. On the 4th of August, 1962, the Queen was the head of state, right? And on the 5th and the 6th of August, she was still the head of state. How do I explain that to my grandchildren?
Thank you.
Can you explain that to your grandchildren?
It doesn't make sense, but somehow we've managed to swallow that pill.
Because the people were... Stevie Wonder, if you believe in things you don't understand, you will suffer. So the people were made to keep going with things they did not understand nothing about this independent, nothing. But they could just keep going, paying bills, live, send the kids to school, buy clothes, buy furniture. Oh, we must have a TV, it's the latest thing. And they were just rolling along. Old Man River.
Going along to get
they along. Had no understanding, because what it is that the Constitution is a management manual, detailing to the servants of the crown how they are going to manage her property for us. That is why the Queen is the head of state, and all the lands on the island are still what? Crown lands. The Prime Minister and the Parliament take an oath to the Queen, her heirs and successors. The customs office at Jamaica at the airports, it is called the Queen's Customs. It's the Queen's warehouse. All taxes are levied to the crown, not to the state of Jamaica. They're levied to the crown. That's why the country can't fix, because all the taxes goes back directly to the crown.
And they have the judges and the lawyers to back them up.
No, but the judges and the lawyers are all members of the Bar Association. They are all crown agents. They are British Accreditation Registry. Bar.
Is there any international like private or independent corporations there that does not just owned by Jamaicans, natural Jamaicans or indigenous Jamaicans?
No, man. All right, let me be honest. Amongst one of the few places in growing up in this island, all I saw the best of everything owned by black men. I'm forceful and fearless because my exemplaries have been the fact that I live in a country, the highest of anything in this country, I've seen black men do it. So you have most of our companies, corporations are such, but they're still operating under that. See, at 1962, when Jamaica got independence, 80% of the country was illiterate. I am speaking as a product of that post-independence literacy drive.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But at the time, the people had no understanding. It was foisted on them by the so-called political parties, who, we must remember, both political parties had served terms working as crown government.
Indeed.
Both these parties had worked as servants of the crown, so it's not that they started as revolutionary. We want independence and got independence, and Jamaica, JNP and PNP were independent parties. No, they were colonial political institutions.
Mm-hmm.
That's why the Maroons need to form together and challenge them.
Right. And that's
No,
one
it's
of the
not. It's not. All
roles.
right. This is not about challenging them. This is what the reality has to come to. It has to come to the fact that every Jamaican, once you're born in Jamaica, you are registered. The word register comes from the Latin word regis, which means king and crown. Register is to assign superior ownership to the crown. Every
Okay.
Jamaican has a document called birth certificate. In the law dictionary, Black's Law Dictionary, the word certificate is defined, because that's why they spend 8 years at law school, because every word in English language has another meaning in law.
Yes. Yes.
So the word,
Yes.
the word certificate means contract. So when the child
Mm-hmm.
is born in Jamaica, the government, the child gives the mother a name. She wants her child to be named John, capital J, common O, common H, common N. That's a noun. The state, being that the state of Jamaica is a company registered and owned by the crown, that's why it's always written in full capitals. The only thing in full capitals is a registered company.
Mm-hmm.
It is a company registered in London and owned by the crown that is set up to do business with the assets of the
That's right.
island of Jamaica.
That's
Yep.
right.
So that's the
No,
land. That's the land, right? So we're not
no,
talking.
not just the land. The
And the
people are seen as
people.
assets, stocks
The
and bonds.
people. Yep.
Remember, the
They,
concept
Oh,
they
of
tra-
stock, the
yes, they
concept
trade
of
us.
stocks and bonds started with the slave that was transported, and the man transporting the slave. The very concept of insurance started with bonding the slave to make sure that we all put that money upon it. So even if him dead on the way, we still
That's
get back
right.
at least that.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You understand me?
Yep.
So the state of Jamaica, being a corporation, cannot deal with the living human being, the child. They have to create now a company. So them give the mother a document called the birth certificate. The word certificate means contract. So they gave her a birth contract where she signed and contracted that child over to the company called the state of Jamaica as its asset.
That's
Mm-hmm.
right.
That's why the
Mm-hmm.
document it says it's signed by the registrar. You just sign it over to the crown. You have lost
Yeah.
all rights. That's why if the mother don't send the child to school or give vaccination, them can pressure her because you signed over your rights to the child with the birth
Mm-hmm.
certificate.
Yep.
No,
Because
so that is
mm-hmm.
the game that is being played. Remember, if you're born in England, your birth certificate is probably valid today. If you're born in the 60s, 70s, it would have been bonded about £50,000. So you notice all your birth certificates are written on bonded paper.
Mm-hmm.
That's
You
right.
are the stock, and the
Yeah.
birth certificate is your bond.
That's
Stocks
where the
and
stock
And
bonds.
market.
bonds.
That's where the
right,
stock
Yeah,
market
they
comes from.
exactly.
right.
So
Exactly.
then
So
look on the Jamaican birth certificate, for example. There's a red number in the middle at the bottom. You
Mm-hmm.
call any international broker and say, hello, good afternoon. I'd like to check the value of a stock. And that broker will tell you, say, give him 30 seconds. And he will come back in 30 seconds and quote to you what you are valued as a stock to
Is
the
it?
corporation called the state of Jamaica.
Yep.
Is that right?
Yes.
wow.
I didn't know
Yes.
that bit. I didn't know that bit.
Let's
So
do
Yep.
not
it.
every
Let's do it
birth,
right
don't know
now.
if you
Let's do.
notice, there are
I
numbers
didn't know
on
you
your
could
birth
call them up.
certificate. Some of
Hey,
them are
can we
red. You
call
don't
one
know
right
what
now?
they're for. That is called believing in something you don't understand.
Can
You
we?
use
Uh-huh.
this document. You don't
Hmm.
Can
even understand what those numbers signify, and you're not taught.
That's right.
But it
Mm-hmm.
is the basis of
Exactly.
your very existence. It is
Yep.
who you say you are.
Hey,
That's
can
why
I
they
call
say we
one
don't.
right now? Can we do that right now?
Well,
Y'all want to
I
try it?
know that they do the well. That means giving out personal information, though, doesn't it? Because it's your
I can mute it.
No, all right.
um.
Because you see, what happens is that every country has their way of crafting it. Every
Uh
set
huh.
of
Mm-hmm.
lawyers.
Mm-hmm. Because
So
America
like
does
on
the
the American
same.
ones, on the old
Mm-hmm.
American birth certificate, it had the number, a red number at the top, and then there's another black number. The Jamaican one, it has a black number at the top, a number at the side, and another number at the bottom. People don't understand what these numbers refer to. What are they referencing? Because it is not that you use in the public domain. All right, to show you something now. Your birth certificate, you only get a certified copy. So ask yourself this. If your birth certificate is your title, who the hell has your title? Because you only
Hmm.
have a copy.
Well, yeah. Who gave it
Exactly.
to you? Who gave you that title?
Exactly.
But
Exactly.
so
Exactly.
Right.
so that this is what happens when the Jamaican government is borrowing money in 1970. They give the state of Jamaica is broke, so you have to give the people an asset. He gives
Hmm.
them your birth certificate. The
That's
whole
right.
is
Yep.
bonded at least. If not, him get back X out of it. He gives them the birth certificate to hold as bond. So all taxes that you pay to the country, 80% goes back to servicing the loan. You're the damn collateral. Work hard and service the
Yeah.
loan. Get a high paying job too. So the man can
Hmm.
make some profit on the money.
That also applies to
Right.
driving
but
license
I came
Yes.
and
on
your
what you're
passport.
saying.
Yep.
Hey, Auntie,
That's the game that they play.
we start getting people rolling
Yeah,
in.
the
You wanna recap a little bit because we starting to get people rolling in right now, kind of so we can kind of get them what we're talking about.
All right. Okay. So
start
today,
from
today we're speaking with Daniel Z. Bodger. He's of the Maroon community, and we're really dealing with Jamaica and their attempts, the government's attempts to encroach on Cockpit country for bauxite mining. We have got solutions, but we're kind of going back a little bit historically just to explain how we kind of got into this mess in the first place. So Daniel was going into the
Right.
birth
One
certificates.
of the biggest
Right.
tricks they've played on us.
Mm-hmm.
Why is it that they took civics out of school? Civics
exactly,
is the branch of law that deals with the
Thank
rights
you.
of citizens.
Yes.
exactly, Elder. Even when I was talking to my grandmother, she asked me if them bring back civics in school, and I told her, I said, no, they haven't.
No, so,
Mm-hmm.
so what it means is that you are educated up to the neck and you have no idea of what your rights really are.
Exactly.
Walk around here
Exactly.
super smart with 9 degrees and don't even know
Yeah.
where you stand.
Yeah. An educated fool.
9 degrees and you don't know where you stand.
A literate them.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
So
When
yeah,
you were a
that's
Yep.
colony, you had to pass civics because you needed to know what was your role and responsibilities to the crown. But now you're
Mm-hmm.
going to be responsible to yourself. Nah, forget that.
wow. So we also have the brother Chad Murdoch, that's homegrown Jamaica as well, and then we have Mr. Brown. Mr. Brown's from the UK, and you
Big up.
got me and the Lakesha Network. You know what I'm saying? The Lakesha Network is going to help, with the communications down there in Jamaica, and so we're able to map out, what I'm saying, and getting the people communicating and getting the children,
And then
a
one of the
little
things
safer.
is that
Because
we
remember,
have so much resources here.
the children come first.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. We have so much resources here that we should be sharing. You should not be wherever you are and be out of water, be out of honey, be out of any organic food because it's
Exactly.
here. The amount of stuff that goes to waste here in Jamaica could comfortably feed many of our people elsewhere.
Yeah, same here.
Our people don't
Mm-hmm.
understand.
So one of the
Mm-hmm.
things we'd like us to work with as a people together is preservation and processing. For example, there's breadfruit. That bread when it's breadfruit season, we don't know what to do with breadfruit. But breadfruit dehydrated and grounded makes an ultimate, perfect, healthy flour.
Well, I just roast one last week.
I've got, I'm
Yeah,
eating roasted. I
I
mean,
roast breadfruit and some roast yam, man. I'm telling you the truth.
yeah.
Hey,
Oh,
yo,
I love roast
Hold,
breadfruit. We've
I
got
might live
some
in,
here
I might live in
now.
hold
England.
on. What
I
is
might
that?
live in
What is it?
I might live in England, man. But I'm telling you something. I don't forget my roots at all.
Ty has never seen a
Yes.
Ty is asking what's a breadfruit. You don't understand, my people.
Wow.
What's breadfruit?
Not everybody knows. Oh, Ty
Yeah.
has
They
to
don't.
ask.
What
Sure.
They,
It's
breadfruit? You
yeah,
saying
yes.
A
like
breadfruit.
breadfruit.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
breadfruit.
what is it, like
Very
bread
nice.
soaked in fruit or something? You like marinated in a
Yeah,
pineapple juice or something?
Please, somebody send Ty a picture of a breadfruit tree and with
Please.
breadfruits on it. Please,
Thank
please,
you.
please.
Thank you.
I'm,
yeah. We'll
There is
send
a
you one.
fruit that grows on a tree that we roast it and it is just like a bread.
And
You
that's
eat
Mm-hmm.
how
that with everything like bread and butter, just what you eat with bread, and it's
Jamaica
healthy. And you can
food.
Yep.
dehydrate it and grind it, and it makes a 10 times healthier flour than wheat.
I didn't know about the
Wow.
flour.
I
I didn't
didn't
know
know
about the flour
either.
at all.
But that makes sense actually, because when you actually think about breadfruit, when you're eating it, especially after you have roasted it and you fry it again,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
actually quite dry if you think about
yes,
it. So that would
yes,
make sense.
No,
That
yes.
would
all
make
right. My
sense.
son, one of my son does pastry. He's a baker. He got that from my
Mm-hmm.
great grandfather, and he bakes the world out. and he uses sweet potato, breadfruit, and plant and these things to make the flour. Breadfruit makes the
Wow.
ultimate flour. No gluten, none of
I
that
was
chemicals, none of that, none
I
of
was
that.
just about to say no gluten. Perfect.
What about the sweet
Perfect.
potato? Can you do flour from sweet potato?
So this is where we are at as a people collectively. This is
So
Jamaica, where we have 4 wonderful crops a year. You can plant
Yes.
Exactly.
now, and I can plant. Here's the thing: I can plant any month, and within 3 months I still get a crop of something. So we can even stagger crops and say one this month, one next month, and you're guaranteed a
Exactly.
constant flow. What you want? Broccoli? You need purple kale. You understand me? We can be tinning
Yeah.
our own. We can be tinning our own kale or our own spinach, and be
Yeah.
taking care of ourselves as a collective.
yes.
Yes. Yep. Yep. And that's just on the plants and everything we know about, because we know in Cockpit country they're actually finding at species of animals and plants
No,
that they
stuff that they
thought that,
said the Smithsonian claimed that one species of hibiscus was extinct, and they claim and found like 15 variations of it in 1 month.
yep. There you go.
Right.
Exactly.
Right. But
Exactly.
one thing I do know about Jamaica, and I say this all the time, is that the island is alive. You know, it's living, breathing, and communicating. The
Yes.
island itself.
Mhm.
Yeah. Alive.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
right.
Yeah. And so I
Mhm.
don't, so I'm not too sure about how you guys feel about feeding the world, because I hear you say it a couple times, and I kind of feel Jamaican food is for Jamaicans. It's not for some fat person in England and
But
shit.
here's why. No, understand. We didn't say feed the world. We said our people. We are linguistically specific.
Okay, okay,
Mhm.
okay, okay,
Mhm.
okay.
Mhm.
Meaning, here's what you must understand:
I got you.
the largest black-owned business in the United States of America is a Jamaican food chain. 189 franchises in 33 states. Do you understand the volume of Jamaicans that takes care of? Farmers
Hmm.
have to be
Wow.
farming.
We could do with that in
Mhm.
Right.
UK.
What happened?
Mhm.
Jamaicans are healthy because the average Jamaican overseas eats Jamaican food still. That's business for
Yes.
Jamaicans. Somebody has to be shipping up that yam, that breadfruit that my brother just said he ate.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He's in England. It's a whole bunch of breadfruit was shipped up from Jamaica.
Yeah, but the Indian
Mhm.
man get from.
Well,
So
yeah, well, you know,
we can supply our people, the Jamaican, our Caribbean and Jamaican and Indigenous people with food. We don't even have to sell to nobody else ever.
Yeah. Right.
mhm.
I
Yeah,
guess it,
exactly.
I wanted people understanding that. I wanted people understand that, because sometimes he dropping jewels, but he just let them. I don't know why all the smart people do that. They just say smart ass shit and just like it don't mean anything. You know what I'm saying? It's like
That's because their brains are thinking fast, so they're just moving on to the next thing.
right, right.
No,
But
because
yeah.
that's the
Y'all
way.
understand what he's saying, y'all?
We
Mhm.
have we have we have 8, 9 maroon communities, all with water and spring, and we own land. We are the only 2 people own land in on Jamaica: the Crown and the Maroons. Everybody else are landholders who pay taxes. We don't.
Yes. Leaseholders. Yep. Yep.
So it means that you can say, Ty, you can say your community is going to be what you need in 3 months. What you need, get us the seeds. We work together. Send your scientists come and teach us some of your agronomy. Send one of your hydrologists come who can show us
Hmm.
how to irrigate properly. We have the land, we have the heat. We probably just need irrigation. We
Yep.
probably need somebody who understands greenhouse technology.
Mhm.
You
What
Mhm.
about
understand me? Just this
In other
perks because
words,
what I don't
we got
have, you
everything
have.
we need. In other words, we got everything we need, you guys. We just
yeah,
have to put it together and work together to get it.
Exactly.
It's simple. It's
yes.
simple. We
Exactly.
got it already. So all this carrot on the
And let's
stick
not
shit
forget the
and all
water,
this,
because we sit
what
on the
if
water table.
you got it. You got it
We
already.
Mhm.
have,
It's
all right,
you
in a
got it.
compound, there's a spring that my mother and my ancestors catch water from. It's called Johnny Tavern. It pushes out 12,000 gallons out of the ground every day. Nobody pumps it. It just pushes out 12,000 gallons a day.
Damn.
And that just runs. We have to dig a trench and let it run. There
Wow.
are 90 odd springs in a compound. Me and my cousins, we have a property right now with a huge spring on it that we don't even know how much it pushes out, so much more than that one that pushes out 12,000 gallons. We're saying to our people in the world, let us work together. Water is more expensive than gas. Come and partner with us as the indigenous Ashanti Maroons of the Coptic country of Jamaica.
As
Get
you're
the
not subject,
equipment.
can you?
We can set up a spring in a water bottling and filtering facility in every maroon community, providing your work for young maroons, technological improvements and growth, and supplying ourselves with water. Remember, just the amount of money we all spend with other people on water, if we spend that money
Mm-hmm.
on us, it's good.
Right. So in
Mm-hmm.
other words, you guys, we finna have maroon water pumping through your community. Okay.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
So make sure
definitely.
you
That means
do
the
that.
Mm-hmm.
containers. We know our people. We know our people. Oh, yo, John is to get 15 cases for his house. That's it. We don't even have to worry about trying to sell to supermarkets if we supply our own households.
We are the supermarket. Put it like that.
We are the
Exactly.
supermarket.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember that we as Maroons, I am the CEO of the Cannabis Cancer Center, been healing cancer with cannabis oil as indigenous people. We are a 9th-generation cannabis growing and trading, international trading family. As we are
Organic.
indigenous, the laws
Mm-hmm.
contra to cannabis have never meant anything to us. We're
Right.
just realizing that they actually had laws.
Organic
And
cannabis oil because we sell some stuff here in America, but it's probably some some too big. Some she probably got some
no,
error
we
in
have
it or
we
some
have the
shit.
highest grade cannabis oil
So
here.
so they're
And we're
talking
prepared to share that healing with our people. We
right.
say to anyone who is listening, if you have cancer, get in touch with Ty and them, and we will get oil to your family through our indigenous people to heal them. Cancers, fibromyalgia, your children with autism and epilepsy. Remember, there's a thing called the blood-brain barrier that stops everything that is in your blood from going up into the brain. Only blood it allows to pass.
What
Modern
about
science has
dementia?
found one
What
thing
about
to pass through the blood-brain barrier, and this has been the cannabinoids from cannabis. That's why we fix
Mm-hmm.
lupus, autism, epilepsy, all the things that start up in the brain. So
Mm,
the science of the blood-brain barrier means that all the medications they've been giving you is a scam, since they can't pass through the blood-brain barrier to go to those problems.
mm.
Exactly.
Okay.
Health and
Exactly.
wealth we have right here amongst ourselves. We don't need no one else. We have health and wealth.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I want to talk about this. Might be a little weird though, but right now, you know what I'm saying, the Amazon is burning right now, and somebody had burnt the Amazon, and so I feel like in some weird twisted way that's a threat to Jamaica. Is I'm the
It's a
only
it's a
one?
threat to all of us. You see, if we
Yes.
observe carefully, there is a last ditch attempt by the aberrant being to to perpetuate, to keep prolonging itself, because its existence on this level of existence is limited. It has a time. As a genetic aberration, it is inevitably will be wiped off the face of the earth. Just if we live in love and unity, being a recessive gene, if we live in love and unity, like I said to one white boy, one European student while I was at college, I said I reminded him that my sister's vagina can remove him from the face of the earth.
Oh shit. Oh man.
I told him, I said, I'll let you spend 2 weeks with my sister and your bloodline stops right there, bro. Be careful how you talk to me. I don't even have to hit you.
Yeah.
I don't set my
Mm-hmm.
sister on you and you're done. That's easy as that. Yo.
Oh dear.
Hell no.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we don't have to pay that any mind. Just do what we have to do now.
Yeah.
You understand? Because amongst our people, we have wealth. Because our people are already spending all this. Look at, all right, honey. Honey. We
See,
live in the mountain. We have bees like crazy, and we're bee farmers. Jamaicans have bee farmers like
really?
crazy.
Are you
For
And
real?
serious?
I can get you barrels of pure honey, man.
Don't
And we bottle
hey,
it.
somebody tell him who he talking to, cause I call his ass up right now. We're looking for that honey. Like, are you
And
serious?
it's the best as well, Ty. It really is.
Ty, the Jamaican honey farmers, the Jamaican bee farmers would like to know that I could buy all their honey.
Mm-hmm.
What you just said, we have everything because it is a tropical paradise. One of the
There
things
you
that we
go.
need is
Paradise.
just technological tweaking. For example, every fruit crop, mangoes, cherries, everything, thousands go to waste.
Right there,
Now
Yes.
right there,
understand,
and we can have them.
understand that if we have solar dryers and
Mm-hmm.
vacuum sealers, it means that we would take all the excess fruit, solar dry it and bag it and send to you. And then when we send it to you, we say, here what you do. You don't go crush your nuts and your cashew and your peanuts and mix that up into a nice trail mix. And
There you
that
go.
all our kids eating healthy. Kids
Mhm.
Right.
come home, they got bags of trail mix that we selling cheap to our people. Grandma,
Mhm.
grandpa, all the elders them that need real good food. Oh, here's some real good food. Here's a
Yeah.
proper health option for
Yep.
Now,
ourselves.
I mean, I can tell you right now, we have Ribena. Ribena, like we can't manage the amount of Ribena we actually have. It's
Oh,
falling off the tree.
okay.
I mean, and Ribena is a
You say
fantastic fruit. It's
rye,
so
rye, like RAY. I mean
no
R
Or
Y
I.
R I.
Ribena, Ribena. And Ribena was a drink that was very popular in the UK.
Ribena.
When I was a
Yes,
child, when I came to
Okay.
England, that's all I drank.
thank
Ribena.
you, thank you. Yeah, well, that's all I drank when I was in the UK as well. That was the only syrup I used to really like, and I never
RI.
realised that it was a Jamaican fruit.
Did you say B or B? Like
B, yeah,
B,
RIB.
B,
Ribena.
like boy. Okay.
Mhm, mhm.
We have excess. We have here. We have sorrel, which is a cancer killer.
Yeah.
We pimento, right?
Yes.
We
Yes.
package pimento. As a maroon people, we package and process pimento. There's nothing. Look here. If you need moringa, tell us what you need. Sea moss, moringa,
But me
all the herbs for healing. All
Mhm.
the herbs for healing we can
that's
get
what I
and
wanted
ship
to
them
ask
in
you about.
bulk. You need graviola leaves for the people with high blood pressure, whatever.
Mhm.
We
Right.
Oh,
providing health and wealth.
it would be good if Mr. Brown could, if he's still here, because he was talking about a particular nut. Was it with the
Uh,
physic
oil
nut?
nut.
Oh, I think he called it the physic nut. He was
Okay.
I can't remember if he. I think he might have dropped out of the chat. But if he comes back, we can ask him about that because he was saying
But
again.
there's a
No,
lot. There's
I'm here. I've just
lots.
come back.
There are
I'm here.
tons.
I've come back. I'm here.
What was that
Yes,
nut you were talking
it's a
about?
tree. It's a tree. It's called a physic nut tree, and it's supposed to
Okay.
have some really good medicinal properties. Physic nut.
So I
It
have
looks.
my other
It looks.
cousin Daniel.
It looks like what do you call it? Nutmeg, but it's bigger.
Okay, I have my other cousin Daniel, who his whole life he just spends time in the jungle, and he knows
Yeah,
all the trees for everything. He can show
it's a
you which tree
silver
you can
tree.
cut
It's
and get
silver.
water.
The tree
So
is
I'm gonna
silver.
ask him about it.
It's silver.
Mm-hmm.
It's a silver tree. Yeah, it's called physic nut.
I
Oh,
think
Yeah,
I know that
okay.
tree
It's
now.
just I got a weird concept of silver. I get it.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Like a silver
yeah.
birch tree. You know the silver birch trees?
Right.
Silver birch tree.
And
And it's got a
it's got that thin layer of thing that if you rub on it,
yeah,
it breaks
yeah.
off. Yeah, man, I
And
think I know that
can I-
tree.
let me ask you something. You know the tree that you cut and it bleeds on Easter? What's that tree
Hmm
called? I
Oh,
think
I
that's
can't
the same
remember.
tree.
There's one in my great grandaunt's yard.
I think that's a tree. I think that's a tree. It's got a nut on it. It grows.
Yeah, man, it has a nut on it. I know the tree now.
Ty, in Easter in Jamaica, if you cut this tree, it bleeds red blood.
Wow,
It's called
wow.
physical.
But
That's a
yeah,
physical tree.
because at that
Yeah,
time, yeah, man. I remember I had to study that
that's
tree.
right.
Hold
That's right.
on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Hold
understand?
physical.
on. When you say blood, you saying like it got the same materials our got, or I mean
I think he
ours,
means red.
or you
I
just
don't know
saying
if
like a
No,
descriptive term,
I
like
don't
a
know if it's scientifically.
it's not scientifically blood, but
right.
it
Yeah,
looks that way.
Okay,
Because I
red.
had
okay,
to do
okay,
research
okay.
on it.
All right, all
But
right.
it's because of changes in the earth and this earth
That's
cycle
right.
that causes it to go that way. But
Yeah,
what we have here is, like I said, neem, moringa, all of these things
Mm-hmm.
are here in excess
Mm-hmm.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
to help with
Mm-hmm.
our health and our dietary needs as a collective. We have
I
the
was
Yes.
gonna,
water, which will take care, which is a life existential need.
yeah, the other thing, Daniel, I was going to ask you about the water thing. Yeah, how does hydroponics and aquaponics suit in your? I've gone off. I think. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we
Yeah, I'm
can hear
hearing you. I'm
you.
hearing you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm dropped out somewhere. I can't see
All
you
right.
guys.
For us, what we need is more than anything else is just hydrotechnology, because we may have a spring over there that's thundering lots of water. We just need pumps, pipes, filtration systems to get the water to places. The
Mm-hmm.
water
The
is
hydroponics
right, but
is fish growing the fish in the
Right.
water.
right, but the land is there to do that.
The land is there.
We like we're saying is we have the ultimate thing, which is the land. You can
Okay.
do anything once you have the land.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
So we have the declaration down there, up in the chat room. we are the indigenous people of North America. Y'all know Jamaica is one of our regions, so we got the First American Council as well. You guys can download our declaration to see some of the things that we're about, and yeah, and definitely support, and and we definitely got to get the people in Jamaica. We definitely got to get them mapped out and communicating with each other, because I don't know if you ever seen what Jamaica look like. What you guys look like on a map. Know what I'm saying? And so with the Lakesha app, we're able to show you where show you where you guys at and stuff like that. So it's real
Right.
sophisticated, and we're gonna, what I'm saying, I feel lucky as hell to be a part of that, and I guess this was probably the calling that I was called for, and I'm ready,
Mhm.
We,
so.
it
Mhm.
will be done. Because here's what we have. Here's what the extent of people that we have. You're talking 8 maroon villages in Jamaica. People scattered. And then there is Brazilian candomblé. There is the Surinamese maroons, the Guyanese maroons, the
Hold on, your
Belizean
voice kind of
maroons.
went out a little bit. You kind of got far
Yeah.
away.
Okay, I said we're dealing with, other than the Jamaican maroons, you have the Mambisi in Cuba. You have the Candomblé in Brazil. You have the Belizean maroons, the Guyanese maroons, the Surinamese maroons, the Colombian maroons, the Palenque in Peru.
Wow.
All the
Empire.
Mhm.
So you're talking
Yeah.
the empire that we don't know about, that's been living amongst us for who knows how long.
exactly. Now here's the science. Here's the science that they've hid from us. Now the oldest university in Europe is built by the Africans who invaded in 710 AD. Right? That's the University of Salamanca. Now, when you go there and look at the original buildings, all the symbols are Ashanti and Dinka symbols. They made us think that Hannibal was the invader. No, it was a West African army. But what happens is that the rules of war dictate that you put the general who is most familiar with the terrain in charge of the incursions. That's where Hannibal came. He lived there. Yo, you have to lead us in. Now,
Mhm.
the University of Salamanca, as the oldest university in Europe, built. They tell you it was built by black people. They call us Moors, try to make us look like we were Islamic, but we weren't. Um, it has its first curriculum is the exact same curriculum of the ancient university in ancient Ghana called the University of Jenne, EJENNE. Because they have the curriculum there. The first, this in the glass cases in the university building. Oh, this is the first curriculum. It's the exact curriculum of the University of Jenne. The University of Jenne in ancient Ghana was burnt down and rebuilt back as the University of Timbuktu. Because where Ghana is today is not where ancient Ghana is. Ancient Ghana is more up in the middle of that piece of land there. Further up in north into where Mali and Timbuktu, Shanghai. That's where ancient Ghana was. So that is us that came and brought that um, civilization to these people. They try to
Mhm.
hide that because they can't tell you where did the Maroons come from, because Spain never went into Africa for slaves. So where did Spain get Africans that she brought to Jamaica who resisted and revolted? That she called us. The word maroon is from the Spanish word cimarron, which means wild and untamed. It was the Spanish that gave us that name. We were a Spanish problem before we were an English problem. Where did Spain get all the Africans on Hispaniola and all the Africans in Cuba? At 1490, when they defeated the Moors at Granada, by 1501, she was sending them around here. She had to get rid of these bad people and put us on these 3 islands. She put the baddest on these 3 islands to contain us as prison islands, so she could go and plunder South America that she had found.
Cool.
We are the former rulers of Europe that were put in exile here. That is why we are Ashanti, because my family were not. The British didn't bring us here. The Spanish brought my family, but we're Ashanti and we still speak Twi. How?
Mhm.
So the ones that the British brought were others that came later. So there are two sets. We were the ones that the Spanish brought and we ran away and lived free. And then the British, having not had the Moors in England, because Spain got its blacks by turning the Moors into slaves. Britain and all of them took that as a cue and then started going into Africa to get their own set of black people.
Right.
Because remember that Spain started slavery. Spain, it was Spain that started this whole thing. Everybody pays attention to England because we all eventually became, most of us became English colonists. But it was Spain, and Spain has been the world's largest colonizer, all of Latin America. Seriously.
It was
Wasn't
Spain,
that
huh?
coming from the Pope?
Yeah,
The Pope,
I
I
do
think,
want
yeah.
to. I do want to let everybody know they can also go to Tribe Up that app as well. That's our social media site. So we kind of we got our own social media site as well. So I mean we pumping out a lot of stuff, and it's probably best a lot of people utilize it. So that way that way we
So
know
then
that we're
I
on the
need
right
I
track.
need a link. I
Uh,
need to know how to hook my people up. You need when
I
we
got you.
finish, you
I
can
got you.
contact me
I
and you
got you.
show me how to hook
We
my
hooked up
people
in the
up.
back chat. So we gonna talk more business. We ain't gonna do all that
Right,
stuff on
because
air.
I have my brothers in Suriname, I have my brothers in Ghana who all want this, and we can now we need this amongst us to protect also more than anything else our indigenous children too. Like yo, why we're worrying about everybody else? I want to be able to protect my indigenous children.
Right.
Yeah, I agree there.
Yep.
Mm.
So we're on a path where there's nothing that can stop us but ourselves because we have the very fundamental basics that the world is
British
going
taught you.
fighting wars for. We have water.
Mm-hmm.
We can
It's funny,
Mm-hmm.
generate.
Daniel. In the next couple of weeks, I'll be going to an expo, a CBD expo. That they have one in Birmingham. It's a massive exhibition of all the manufacturers in the world. Sweden, Switzerland, Canada, and they have all the machines, the extraction machines, the labeling machines, the
All right, and
licensing, all
this
kind
is
of
what
stuff.
I say to my people. Do you know where is the first place in the world that cannabis oil was extracted?
No.
It
Uh,
was first done by the Accompong Maroons. Let me tell you how. This is how
yeah,
it goes.
because I know the word factory came from Jamaica. The first factory, the word
Factory
factory came from Jamaica.
straight. But
Yeah.
the first time in the world, the first time cannabis oil was extracted, it was started by the Accompong Maroons. This is how it started. Now, when you're picking and cleaning up 1,000 pounds of cannabis, you end up with 400 pounds of clippings of drop leaves on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
And instead of wasting that, my uncles, my elders, my grand uncles, they went down to to the rum factories down below at Appleton, and they got the 180% proof alcohol that we call in Jamaica, we call it kulu kulu, knocks you
Yes.
out. And they
Mm-hmm.
took that and they filled that in a drum and they poured all that drop leaf and all that weed, all that ganja residue. They poured it in. They poured the alcohol into the big drum. You let it soak for a couple of days, and that alcohol is black because it has extracted all the substance out of the cannabis plant. You then
Mm.
strain that off, and you would slow cook that and allow the alcohol to evaporate. And what was left was a sticky, strong, high concentrate paste that we call hash oil.
Mm.
We
Mm-hmm.
are the first people to do cannabis oil. It's our science. One of the
Okay.
biggest lies they tell you is about CBD. Now, in 1988, the US government paid a doctor by the name of Dr. Alvin Devane to do a research. The DEA actually paid him to do a research to prove that cannabis was bad for the brain. In digging up the brain, as part of his research, he found receptors for cannabis into the brain. It led to the discovery of the endocannabinoid system, the second largest system of nerves and receptors in the human body, specific to cannabis. So Mother God, in her wisdom, put a system in cannabis. There's no system for nothing else as intricate as that. So they found out this CB1 receptors, which is immune system, and CB2 receptors, central nervous system. Now, CBD that they're pushing on you, CBD is central nervous system. It cannot fix anything. It can only alleviate sensations and symptoms.
All right. Okay.
Okay.
So it creates a client that makes you have to keep coming back.
So basically, you saying that it cannot eliminate it. It's not gonna wipe it away, but it will do.
No,
Is it to help you feel good for a little
Feel
bit?
good
better.
for a little while.
Yes.
But then it
Yeah.
creates
Feel
a
better.
client. It creates a client you have to keep coming back and you have to improve on your strength each
That's
time.
true.
And that's what the
Mm-hmm.
system. That's what the system is made of. They took that concept
Exactly.
Exactly.
and
While
built
the oil that we make
and built
here
the system.
has the oil that we make here has the second highest cannabinoid is CBD. But it's THC that they have demonized. That is immune system. That is what heals and kills cancer and fixes
Mm,
and,
yeah,
and
that makes
regenerates.
sense
THC.
actually. Yeah, that makes sense because that's what they've been attacking is our immune systems.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So
So,
they want you on CBD because it will never get you better. So if you have, for example, if you have nervous problems and you're taking CBD, it will alleviate your problems for a while, but it won't correct it. THC, however, goes retrograde up the nerve pathway and fixes the glitches it finds along the way. It is about correcting an issue. CBD
And
doesn't correct.
this
It's
is
not
scientific fact, yeah?
the
that's not,
endocannabinoid
that
system.
doesn't exist, bro. There's no such thing. It's
Sorry?
either real or not. Yeah, there's no such thing. It's a scientific
Thing.
fact.
It's
They made that shit
endocannabinoid.
up.
Yeah.
The
Mm-hmm.
endocannabinoid system. Go and research it. Don't take my word.
Yes, yes,
They
yes.
gave it a name. Listen, the doctors gave it a name and they still refuse to teach it at med school. It's discovered in the human physiology from 1988 and it's taught in no med school in the world. Why? Why would you discover a new system in the human body and refuse to teach it to doctors?
Mm-hmm.
How's you? So is you supposed to take this with like tea, or you
No,
drink it?
you take the oil in, you like for some cancer, you put it in capsules. You mix it in your green juice, mix it in your juice, whatever. Once it gets in, it's gonna do its work. And the good thing is that
Mm-hmm.
it does not pay attention. Cannabinoids do not pay attention to healthy cells. They just only attack
Any side effects?
any. Only side effect is that you eat, sleep, and you want lots of sex.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
All right, that shut you up.
That's no. I'm just saying that sounds like a what? Yeah, that sounds like a normal person. That sounds like everybody.
That's what
Like
it does. It brings you back to a normal because
It's a
the
Exactly.
endocannabinoid system. The
Exactly.
endocannabinoid system is there about to bring you homeostasis. It's about physiological balance. So, for example, this is how it kills cancer. The THC logs onto a cancer cell and it causes the cancer cell to increase its production in a thing called ceramide. Now, healthy cells don't produce ceramide. It's only a benign cell that's dying, that's bad, that produces ceramide. But the ceramide production, ceramide sends a chemical message to the cell's mitochondria, telling the cell to stop producing adenine triphosphate, which is the food for the cell. So the THC causes the cancer cell to kill itself on a process called autophagy. It starves itself to death.
All right. So it's like it becomes a little kamikaze pilot.
Exactly.
So when that happens, that cell is died. So how do you replenish the cell?
No, but no, you don't understand. It's a benign cell. You don't need to replenish it. Your body does that naturally.
You
If you
don't want
want
to
to, you can
replenish it
adjust.
because it's a dead cell.
hey, we got
It's
another group of
benign.
people just came in. Auntie Carlene, would you like to
Mm-hmm.
kind of refresh them a little bit, let them know what's going on? Um,
Yes, 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 of course. So today we're speaking with Daniel Esbozra. He's from the Maroon community in Jamaica. We're talking about all kinds of subjects, actually. We're dealing with health at the moment and the wonderful plants that we have here in Jamaica, especially up in the Cockpit country, which we know the Jamaican government are making attempts to encroach on. So at the moment, we're dealing with the health, with the health of us as Aboriginals and the plethora of plants and herbs and things that are available for us, especially the oil that we can get from cannabis. That's what we're
Cannabis.
talking about right now. Yes.
so can you break down cockpit country for us?
Okay. All right. This is what it
Because we
is. It
know
is a white.
cockpit is like we know cockpit is like where you go in like an
In a
airplane or
plane.
something where the pilot
That's why
goes and
they
stuff like
call it
that.
because listen to me. That's
Right.
why it's
Can you
called
Hmm.
break that
cockpit
down for us,
country.
brother?
Because the only way most people ever got to saw it was from the cockpit of a plane. It's one of the 10 places in the world that modern man has not trod. It's
That
still
makes
virgin
sense.
as it has been since creation.
Yes.
Hmm.
So that's why it's
That's why
called
it's called
cockpit.
cockpit country because
Ah,
you only usually get to see it from the cockpit of a plane.
I like
That's
it.
the only place you get to fly. That's where you fly the plane.
Hmm.
You
Right.
fly over
And
that.
so
Most people don't know to trod through it.
yeah,
It's
for
the
the people in the
indigenous
north,
Ashanti Maroons are the only people who have been trod
people,
through it.
people,
Walk through it.
the people in the north. Can you explain, a little more like it's like is it like a country within Jamaica, or is it just
All right.
like a little town y'all call Cockpit Country? Could you
No,
separate that and explain that a little bit?
it is a whole region. It is a white karst limestone forest. What it means is that because the limestone is on top, all the water, it catches all the water. and the place is lush and green, and that water filters down and waters the rest of the island. But if you look at the satellite picture of Jamaica every morning,
We
there's
finna
a
do that
mist
right now.
above the country. There's a
Mm-hmm.
mist over the country every morning from the Cockpit Mountain because
Yes.
it's so because of the green and what happens is that the white karst limestone just traps all the cool and all the water, and it takes its time to filter. So there's always lush, green, rich, and it is perfect for feeding all the things in life. So that's why they keep finding new insects, new species, new birds, new that. Everything is there. It's one of the it's one of it is a nature paradise.
Mm-hmm.
When the white karst loam starts to break down, then you get into deep forest. That's different from Coptic country. So what the government is doing is that the science, the Coptic region is basically a geological reality. You can't cut through that geological reality and create a Coptic country protected area, which technically is an area of the entire Coptic country that you're chosen to protect. You're crafting an artificial border in the middle of a geological reality.
Yeah.
Has anyone ever watched Avatar? Avatar.
Yeah,
Yes.
man, we
Anybody watched
understand that.
the film Avatar? You know
Mm-hmm.
what?
Yeah, man.
I've heard, Daniel, that in the Coptic country, might be the Coptic country, that they got plants when you step on them, they light up.
Mm. There's lots
I
of
heard
things
I
that we
heard
have.
that those plants
There's
are there
whole
as
heap
well.
of things. You have to look now. You have to come. That's why we invite people to come because this is not
Yeah.
things. There are levels that you only get if you're underground. Sorry, you have to be underground, and then we say, "Yo, come, we're gonna show you that." But you have to come
Mm-hmm.
underground. No, understand this. Understand this. There's a place where, as a child, every in the summer we go and spend a week trotting in the bush. Because where the community is now, my great grandfather wasn't born there. That's Newtown. Back in the days, it was even further in the jungle, the old town. That's where we go and do a ritual. And there's even a town further deeper in the bush. There's a place that they would take me in the summer. They would dig coal out of the ground. These are our ancestors got coal for fire. Listen to me. In the middle of a huge high pressure mountain range, you have a place where you can dig coal out of the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Wherever
My
there's
uncle
coal,
used to my uncle used to make coal.
no, you're not listening. No, I'm talking digging. That's from the trees. I ain't talking that.
Yes,
I'm talking coal out of the ground.
yes,
Anywhere you can dig coal out of the ground, diamond is there.
yeah. There's
Mm-hmm.
also copper and gold there as well, isn't there?
Exactly.
Yes,
So
Mm-hmm.
we're trying to show it. So this is what the government after and not telling the
yes,
people all of these things.
yes.
Don't
Exactly.
worry. We will defend it unapologetically, man, because there's no
Because you know where you
second chance.
find bluestone, right? Remember bluestone? Bluestone,
Yes,
where you find bluestone, you find copper. Because when
exactly.
we used to get in Jamaica, when we used to get cuts and big cuts, I mean, we still have my tour that when I was
Work
a
off.
kid, we bucket off, yeah, and they tried to put the bluestone in it, and they used to get the bluestone from a special place, and they used to
Yeah,
grater it
man.
and put it
Yeah,
on the
man.
cut, and you know what I'm saying?
Some parts
So
of certain parts of Clarendon and them places, enough there, no?
yeah, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
bluestone, yeah, yeah, brilliant, yeah.
Yeah. See. So
You know
many,
blue,
many,
No.
you know
many.
bluestone, Carlin.
No, I've never heard of it.
Whoa, Bluestone. Whoa, we going to, man. This sound like some movie stuff, man. Like, wow, we got some real amazing stuff going on. Um, I don't know if y'all can see it, but we're looking at a 3D aerial view of Cockpit Country uh, on uh, on uh, on the live stream. So I'm gonna try to see if you guys can see it as well. But this is what they're talking about right here. You can see Maroon Town right there. So I don't know if you guys can see that. There's Maroon Town right there. So um, right, and that's what it looked like. Um, looking at an area view, if this is accurate, it looks like it's almost dead center. of Jamaica. Right. It's a little more. Okay, what about Brownstown? What about Brownstown? Because that will be the same as Maroon Town. Acupone. That's I remember you guys teaching me about that Acupone. Y'all was teaching. They was teaching me about that behind the scenes. So I'm stepping up on my my Jamaican geography as well, you guys. So when I come out here, start sounding like a Jamaican, y'all know how it's gonna be. Be real sophisticated. I know I'm just joking. I'm just joking. But yeah, so Acupone, but they did teach me about this stuff before we got on. So Acupone Maroon right there. I learned about that. I think 2 days ago I was informed about that. So that's one of our main locations right there that we're going to be operating right out of as well. Huh? Right. Yeah. Yeah. I was educated on it. I was educated on it. So we definitely doing some operations and stuff, you guys. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to tell everything. We're not going to be able to show you everything, because we're just going to focus on our kids and protecting the kids, and we're going to keep it for the kids. So yeah, that's all. Yes, yes, yes. I know. Yep, yep. We definitely gonna do some commerce. But we got auntie down there. She's kind of running the Lakesha app down there right now. So, um, yeah. So we need to get some communications down there. That's what I bring to the table. I'm a communications guy. You know what I'm saying? I'm able to get Cockpit Country. I'm getting get you guys your own independence. Communications. You know what I'm saying? Because I know you guys use I know you guys use Digicel down there, and I'm not right. And right, that's right. That's what I do. So I got the go ahead, you guys. I got the go ahead already. So okay, you guys. Yeah, we're gonna take some questions if you guys have any questions or anything. For the panel. As you can see, we actually, we do a lot more than we put on. We actually real humble people. So we kind of just want to show the people that, we still out here, we still around, even though we ain't online. Because we got so much work to do. But yeah, as you can see, I mean, like we got everything we need. Like I don't know what else to tell people. I don't know what else to show you. I don't know what else to say from this point. If you don't get it, and if you don't come and get it, then you're an idiot. You know what I'm saying? The white man ain't got nothing to do with it no more. You can't blame him from no from then on. You see what I'm saying? It's like we got everything. So if y'all ain't trying to put it together, then then go ahead, keep complaining for another 50 years or so. But it's right there. We, you, We're gonna get another generation of complainers. We're gonna create another generation of complainers. Yeah. So So we definitely, you know what I'm saying, we definitely thank for everybody who's been downloading the Lakesha app. You know what I'm saying? Now we finna, now we finna get something that's, a little more exclusive for Jamaica as well. Get them communicating, popping up on the Lakesha app. They've been popping up on the Lakesha app, but we got to get something a little more thorough. Oh, hold on. They can't hear you. Y'all can't hear them? Oh, okay. They can't. Uh, oh, okay. Yeah, they can't hear y'all. Hold on 1 second. Let me make sure they can hear you guys. Thank you for that. Who's that? Star. Who's that? Lolly Star. Thank you for that. Sorry about that, you guys. Let me put that on. And now you should be able to hear them.
All right. Is that good, guys? Can you hear me?
Okay, yeah. So yeah, I don't think they heard shit. Yeah. So
No,
so
you know the
basic.
post you made, Ty. You know the post. You know the map.
Yep.
You know the map you posted, Ty.
Which one?
Mm-hmm.
Ty.
The
You know
one
the
he's got
map
on
you did.
now.
Oh,
The one
yeah.
he's got on
What it
now.
is, what it is, it's causing a problem with the voice. You could drop it out now, I think.
Oh, drop
No,
it
no,
out.
no,
Yeah,
no, no, no.
because
It was me. I forgot to cut your volume on. You know what I'm saying?
oh,
I just got to forgot
It's
to.
a time
Yeah.
lag.
Right. It's on now.
okay,
It's on now.
okay,
But
okay, cool.
But yeah, basically, I'm sorry because you guys can hear him. But basically, he said he had some, he had an appointment he had to go to, and
Mm-hmm.
he definitely, we definitely got business we're going to be attending to. We laid out some solutions today. If you guys want to be a part of them, you know where we at, you know what we do. We are a solution based channel. Sure, we got a little gobbledygoo. Sure, we get some little weirdos now and then, but we make sure we don't stray away from the solutions. And so, as you can see, we have another problem, but also we was able to come up with another solution. So they
Mm-hmm.
have yet to, give us a problem that we can't really fix if we don't, what I'm saying, that can't be fixable. With a group of people, some decent intelligence and some networking. And so, yeah. So I'm still getting a little more educated on it as well. And yeah, we
Yeah,
we
yeah.
definitely got to get our brothers and sisters over there online because they use something called Digicel. Now I'm not sure where it comes from. I'm pretty sure it probably originated like in England or one of those countries or something like that. But I don't know. Like I say, I don't know. It's just a guess. And
I
so
can't remember. They might be Canadian or something, but yeah,
something,
yeah,
right, something. And
yeah.
so being able to have them with their own communication system, it will be easy and fun as hell for me. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And it will be easy as fun as hell to do this shit in Tennessee too. But unfortunately, you know what I'm saying, it is what it is. So we're gonna have to, if we're gonna have to do what we gotta
Mm-hmm.
do. Cause yeah. And then we
Yeah,
definitely appreciate all the Jamaicans that's been downloading the Keisha app. Stays, you know what I'm saying? It's been going pretty good down there. Um and so yeah, keep you know what I'm saying, keep going online, keep downloading the apps, keep popping up on the app. So that way, when we decide to make a big move, we know where we gotta go. You know what I'm saying?
mm-hmm.
So definitely keep supporting that. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna let kind
Excellent.
of let them take over. See if anybody got any questions. Um,
What was the chat like, Ty?
yeah, people just listening. You know what I'm saying? We just kick it. We just like to kick it. Say
Mm-hmm.
what's up to everybody. Um, Chief Holiday was in the chat room. Maroon is simply Brown. Yeah,
Okay.
Big ups,
entomology.
Chief Holiday.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
Chief
Yeah.
Holiday out there. Trap up
Yeah.
that app. You know what I'm saying? He out there today. Reginald Green. You know. We got a brother to do agriculture right there. King Bimbo, that's a brother from the West Coast, and he do
Oh yes,
agriculture.
yes, yes.
Yep, yep.
Now he would definitely be a good one for us to have a chat with all the ideas that Danielle had, and I think Mr. Brand had a couple of ideas as well.
Mm.
Yep. So that'll be pretty good. So
Hmm.
uh yeah, so we probably gonna be doing more shows. We're gonna be checking in. I also heard that that's gonna be a hurricane over there at what
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know if you can hear my background noise. That is
South
actually
Carolina.
the rain.
Right, South Carolina. I'm talking about hard hitting. Y'all might get like the butt of it, but over there in
Yeah, we're
South
getting the
Carolina.
tail end
I
of
think
it.
Chad's got some of it. I think, isn't it, from his end?
Yeah,
Chad.
he got some sun. He had some thunder and rain earlier on,
Yeah.
and he's on the coast of Kingston. I'm sort of up in the mountains. I'm
Okay.
just getting the rain right now,
Mhm.
so you can hear it. It's loud. Listen.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I think it's. I haven't looked into it yet, but we might have a little. Um,
I
yeah,
can
we
hear it
That's my
might.
now.
rain. Yeah,
Oh,
that's
yep,
my rain.
yep. I
That's
hear
my
it.
rain. It's coming down proper hard as well.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
can't even see up the road.
Oh, that's good. I love rain.
Oh, wow.
Rain is
Yeah,
good.
yeah. No, I tell you, that's the one thing about down here. When it rains, it's not like England when everyone starts moaning. We all start
Mm.
going, "Oh, what a blessing! Oh, lovely
And the
rain!
trouble is,
Oh."
when it rains here, it's freezing. When it rains there, it's warm. Sometimes
Exactly.
the sun's
Yeah,
shining while it's raining.
yeah, and actually just cools the place down as well
Yeah.
because remember, usually it's been really, really hot, so it cools the place
That's
down
true,
quite
Chad. That's
nicely.
true.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Yeah,
Sometimes the
I seen
sun's
it before.
shining.
yeah,
It's sun shining and it's raining at
Yep,
the
I
same
seen
time.
that
It's
before when I
warm.
went to the
Yeah.
Philippines. It rained hard as fuck for like five
Yeah.
minutes.
Yeah.
yes, yeah, and it just
Oh,
cools the place
excuse my
down.
cursing. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, that's okay.
Was
But
that
I know.
French? I think it
Canadian,
was.
Oh dear. But yeah,
Scandinavian.
that was that was good, and we need to make more links like that,
Mm.
because I think Chad also announced that because of the information that has been put out, there's another platform out there who's been sort of talking to other Maroons, and so they've actually delayed the date now. They've put it back because it
No,
was
by one,
Chad.
imminent.
Chad
by
was
one,
talking to some.
Chad was telling us, yeah, that he saw a video where the government have actually put the date back now to December.
what
What,
Daniel saying,
what for?
that's all proxy. That's fake. By what
Hmm?
he's saying,
Hmm?
they using us to basically initiate. They trying to use us to empower the movement. Cause like Daniel
Yeah.
saying, the more sneak
Yeah,
and do, the more sneak.
Mm.
They never know people was going to realize.
yeah,
Mm.
like wake up like that,
That
exactly.
was explaining that he had went to the government already and
Yeah. I
started
just
out.
want to see unification, the whole lot of them, and have their own government and their own, the whole of them, all of them, together, and just have their
Hmm.
own system. And
I have
then
a feeling that it done the right way, that this is something that can actually help to unite the whole island, because I think this
yeah,
is
I
something
think so.
that we're all passionate about, whether regardless of whatever, whoever, that the majority of us are really passionate about that, because we realize that if you interrupt that water tablet like that, that's
Yeah,
the end of our country. There is no more Jamaica.
yeah.
Exactly.
It's as simple as
Apart from
that.
Chinese,
Right.
I
And
want them
why
up
would them weirdos want to even bury? Like,
permit.
why would you even mine there? Like who would even? Like,
because
Exactly. It doesn't make
what
sense.
happened? No, what happened? Right, what happened back in 2007? They Chinese paid. They paid the politicians the money. You see.
mm-hmm.
So now
The
they're gonna use the money. They're gonna spend that money, and now
Mm.
They in
they
debt.
bought. Yeah, they're in debt, and that's what it's
Mm-hmm.
about.
Right.
So
Mm-hmm.
now I think they should pay them back the money.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Right.
In
All
fact, I'm
all them
sure all of that.
politicians and their family they
Yeah.
should
Yes,
have to
Yeah.
take that.
slay their ass
Because
for a
and this
couple
is
centuries
why.
till they pay China back. That's what she said. I'm
Thank
just
you.
joking.
And
That's right.
exactly.
At
And
the
I'm
this is
time,
joking.
this is why. This is why when Daniel mentions things like the rare earth minerals that they dug up when they were
Mm,
building our roads, it's a very
yes,
valid point,
I
because
never
it's
thought of that.
strictly speaking there
And
is
that
no
makes sense.
debt. Thank
That
you.
makes sense. That
Strictly
makes sense.
speaking, there is no debt, because when you dug up the road, that soil that you dug up was
Mm.
worth a lot of money.
Yeah, but I never
So
think. Yeah, it's
where did
amazing
that
that, isn't it?
money go?
They took the soul away.
Thank
Amazing,
you.
Yeah,
isn't it?
we
Thank
got
and
you.
original
we
copper
built the road,
empress in the building.
money built the road. We built the road. The Chinese just was overseers.
Yeah,
Yep,
yeah, yeah.
they funded it.
Yeah, they funded it, so that's what we mean when we say they built it, because they came with the money. But at the
Mm,
end of the day, even
Yeah.
if they even if they whatever support they supplied,
mm,
they got the soil. What
yes,
happened to the money from the soil?
And the donkeys will them eat off all them
Because
things.
thank you, because strictly speaking, that means that we shouldn't really have had to pay. We shouldn't really be paying no toll.
We shouldn't pay tax. We shouldn't pay nothing to anybody.
There you go.
Right.
We shouldn't pay
Because
nothing.
that is worth something. That wasn't just like, that's just not dumped somewhere. They didn't put it on a boat and want to send it to the Philippines because it's rubbish.
That's right. That's right.
And send it to Africa.
They sent it somewhere. I would imagine that all the rare earth minerals got extracted out of that and got sold on the market.
Mm-hmm. I think there's 70 minerals in there, isn't there?
There you. I remember I did see a video that Daniel had put out. It was, I couldn't actually get to see the exact amounts, but he did show like a graph where it was showing the different minerals that was in the soil and sort of how much and the value on the open market. So yeah, practically everything that was dug up was worth something.
Something. So he even started talking about diamonds, and he also started talking about gold too. So that's kind of But shout out to the Copper Empress Harper in the building, Wanagi in the building.
Peace, Empress Holbert.
Nighthawk just walked up in, slid up in.
Salute to everyone that's just joined the chat. Yeah. So yeah, you know, it's kind of serious, really, when you think that. You know, I happen to be just out of showing that we were saying about paying for school fees and stuff like that. That when we were having our chat before we went live, I was in the queue the other day waiting to use the cash point, and a young lady was in front of me, and she was complaining that she'd just gone and like bought some school uniform for her child. So she'd already spent a certain amount of money, and last week she had spent 30,000 on books just for one child.
There we go.
I remember that in school. That's not nothing new. That's been.
But this is what I'm saying. You know, when you look at that kind of pressure that's put on families, that's why we can say things like, you know, that there's a definite element of doing without in order to put your children through school because it's expensive.
Shout out to Kevin as well. I'll be right back, you guys.
Daniel is saying it makes no sense to send your child to school because they're not teaching us the proper education. Only subject that should be prioritized. Yeah, that's basically a functioning dunce person.
No, they just want to use the people as slaves while they abuse them and use them, abuse them, and kill them when they're ready.
Yeah,
you know,
so
that's
basically they're just setting you up. Like I was saying earlier, they set you up in such a way that, you know, what lane are you going to fit in as far as how the system works? Are you just going to be a manual labourer? Are you going to be a little bit more talented? Are you going to have a skill like being an electrician or a plumber?
Or you did dance and sing. That's it.
Yeah, or you're going to be an entertainer or...
Even the other day where they want to fund more prisons, they want to put more prisons, private prisons in our country.
Exactly. But they're not providing any sort of employment.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But it's amazing. I mean, good potential. Good potential.
Great potential. And this is the sad thing because Jamaicans are they value education so much. You'll find that there are a lot of educated people here, and that's why we get that type of a brain drain. Because you end up with the qualifications and there's nothing here for you to do. So you end up having to leave.
Or shoot each other.
Yeah.
Have you heard, I was listening, there's a thing on YouTube about this 9-year-old girl in Jamaica. Very clever. Getting all A's. She's like 4 grades above anybody else. And she's 9.
Wow.
I'll probably send it to you if I find it. I'll send it to you. 9 years old, and her grades are just.
She's like 4 years ahead of her time.
Yes, yeah. A's in everything, top everything, and at 9 years old. Yeah. So it just shows you we got the greatest inventor in you know, the one who invented the water to go in the car.
Yes. That young man. He was
atomic, I can't remember his name. I mean, there's some brilliant people here, man. Some brilliant people. I think you see Usain Bolt running, but there's people I like him. Really.
Yes.
A lot of people there, I like him in different ways, in different forms.
Yeah.
But
because everyone
shows
kind of
potential that's there.
Yeah. their intelligence comes out in different ways. As you say,
Yes,
one man might be good at running, one man is good at
it's
sitting
all
down and
there.
inventing stuff, but it is all here for sure.
It's all
Yeah,
there. That's right.
yeah,
It's all there. I mean,
yeah.
I think, I always say that the Jamaicans have a, a different type of consciousness from almost anybody else I know or come across in my life. The consciousness is a different, if you know
Mhm,
what I'm saying. I don't know if
mhm.
how to explain it, but they don't seem to have this higher level of consciousness, and you know what I mean. Can work things out. They seem to know everything. These Jamaicans. You know what I mean?
I always say
They're
that
great physicians. They're great physicians. Great mathematicians. They teach
Mhm,
in Dubai, in China, in Japan. They're all over the
mhm,
world as
mhm.
teachers.
Yeah, we
Brilliant
are.
teachers.
Yeah, I was going to say we do tend to end up as teachers, and we do tend to be all over the world. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
My
yeah.
teacher that who taught me in high school are now in China teaching Chinese children,
Mhm.
and one was
Yeah.
argument or the discussion with one, and him saying, yo, if when him going over there, him not going to talk no Chinese. Him going to
No.
teach them because that
Patois.
is the
True.
government.
Yeah.
Yeah,
True.
yeah.
So this is
So
how people is such a commodity to these people and to build up their empires.
Yes. Exactly.
mm,
Time to
mm.
get rid of the Chinese, man. Time to get rid of
And
them.
and it's just time to for us to just like start doing stuff for ourselves instead of
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
complaining,
And ignore
because
them.
yeah, yeah, they don't exist. They're just not a part of our cipher, if you know what I mean.
Exactly.
We're just getting on
Yeah.
with what we need to get on with, fixing
Yeah.
up what we need to fix up. Because
Mm.
once we all start taking responsibility and doing what we're supposed to do, that's where we're going to start actually seeing change.
Yeah,
You
but we
know,
don't really need anybody. We've got all the resources. I mean,
exactly,
Mother Earth give we everything. You know what I'm saying?
exactly,
So I don't see the problem
exactly.
really.
Yeah, and you notice that Danielle did call here paradise. You know,
Yes.
which I
Yes.
often say, because I don't know anywhere else where every 3 months something is popping off a tree or coming out of
Yes.
the ground
Yeah.
By the
all
government
year, every year.
Yeah.
in people to come squat on the land.
You know, much writers and film producers make films in Jamaica
Yeah,
and write
Yes,
Jim.
and are
yes, of
inspired by that
course.
place.
Yeah,
Inspired
yeah.
by
Even
that
the
place.
other day when because my son was here for a while, we went over to Treasure Beach and we went on a
Yeah.
boat and we went onto Pelican Bar, which is a bar
Yeah.
which is in the sea.
Yeah. I
And
saw the
when
picture.
we were going along, yeah, it was beautiful. It really was. It was a lovely experience. But the boatman, who I call Big Chief, because that was the name of his boat, strangely, was talking to us about the latest hurricane that sort of came up and took away a lot of the beach. But he was showing us houses that like belong to the Kennedys, belong to this
Yeah,
person,
that's
that
right. That's right.
person,
Give
because
Right.
this is like a secret retreat for a lot
Yes,
of
even
people.
Jay-Z, Beyonce, they got properties there, all of them.
Yeah, yeah. They're oftentimes they're here. We don't, as Jamaicans, don't know they're here,
Exactly.
and
Exactly.
the
Clinton's are there.
en masse people don't know they're here because it's secluded. You can get that privacy and seclusion here. You
Yeah.
see,
Yeah. Yeah.
and
Fantastic.
it is a paradise. It really is.
Hmm.
and
Cannot
then
Well,
deny that.
don't forget to experience the full capacity of the paradise. Like for instance, myself, I haven't experienced a majority of the commodities of my own island, but I always told by foreigners and other people
yes.
about
Yes. Yes.
the
Mm,
commodities and the
People
experiences.
tell you about your own place.
Islanders come
exactly.
island. Like I know an empress will always come to our island, and I hear in regards when the other day she was telling me about certain islands I thought foreigners would know. Monkey Island and all them
Yeah.
some they should have been to. I've never
Mhm.
been, but
Mhm.
it has been a Jamaican. I'm always just
Sadly, that's what happens. Though a lot of foreigners know a lot more about the island than we actually
Well, they
do
travel more
because
than we do, don't
I
they?
was
They
going to say
travel more.
because they travel.
we have more restrictions against we traveling on the island than them.
Yes.
Well,
True.
even if just looking at it from the financial point of view, if you don't have the resources, how do you really get to come out of your local area to say you are going to go, like, especially if you're up in the mountains like I am, it's expensive to say you're going to go to the beach, and spend the day if you're going to do it where you're actually going to sort of enjoy it. 9 times out of 10, what people end up doing is they might hire a bus for the day and a group of people go down. Do you get me? But to say you're necessarily going to be doing that individually as a family, that can work out to be expensive because you have to be able to drive down there, get down there, and all the rest of it. So you often find a lot of local people don't explore the island in quite the way tourists or other people might.
Restrictions on certain parts we can go explore, like certain forests in the islands that are banned us from something there, but they have their research, foreign research development or tourists going into these areas, right?
No, I don't know about band. I've never. I mean, I've when I've come down here on holiday, I try and go about. What you tend to find is that they have a tourist price and they have a local price.
Yes.
You know, so that again, it's not really a banning. It's restricting you because you maybe don't have the resources to go and see those places. You have to watch them talking about it on television.
People
You
of
get
that
me?
not supposed to have be experiencing those things, like we're supposed to be paying them to go on my own homeland. That don't make no sense.
Yeah, exactly. That's one of the things I mean. You know, there was a time when I used to come down here. I used to go to a lot of beaches. You never used to have to pay. Whereas now there's a lot of beaches where if you as a local indigenous person want to go on that beach because it's become private, you have to pay.
Man, I was so upset one time I went to Negril with I took the kids down to Negril and went into this hotel. And the flipping black people inside the hotel wouldn't serve us. There's all white people in there, and they wouldn't serve us. They just walk past us. And I tried to give them a few words. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Just
you
walk
get.
past us. They wouldn't serve any black people.
Yeah, you get that.
The white people on it.
Unfortunately, they take priority. Yeah.
So I just said to my kids, "All right, see the beach there. There's a door. Go down on the beach and play." And I sent them to go play on the beach in the water. But they wouldn't serve you the flipping place because they say, "Oh, you know, and the price is I don't know."
Astronomical. Yeah.
Oh, flipping heck, yeah.
I mean, we went to a
people
beach.
don't even serve you. Stupidness.
Yeah. It's one of those things that sadly that does happen. I mean, we went to a beach called Bluefields the other day, and I've been raving about this beach that I couldn't remember the name of because I love it. It's in a cove, and the sand is really, really white. You can go out for really far in the water, and it's not coming much past your waist. When we went up there, what I got to realise was that they've closed that part of the beach, probably to make it private. And the sort of indigenous people are kind of left with this little piece of tiny beach.
Can't use it. When we supposed to own those places and make them and charge the foreigners to come on there. The foreigners are charging us to come on our own
exactly. And
no way in the world you get that. No way in the world would you get that.
See, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy, but I kind of feel that's a bit of an insult, really.
It was an insult.
Well,
that's what the government does. That's what they do. They don't care about the people that's there. They just care about them little white people and Chinese people who come in with their little dollars to bribe
their
them.
money. Yeah.
You know, and that's it.
And
they don't
people
care about
as indentured slaves.
Yes. Look at the hotels. Who works in the hotels? All the workers, all the black people working for the white people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. So
it is what it is, isn't it?
It is indeed. Yeah. Sadly,
it needs to change, and you know.
But as I said, you know,
everything is taken seriously. I mean, Ty seems to it struck a nerve in Ty, and I hope he does something. I hope all of us can do something to.
I definitely think so. I definitely think so. I think between Ty, Danielle, and the other people within the community, it's a good link up because you know that in the back chat, ideas were popping. Do you know what I mean? So there's lots of things that we've just got to take responsibility and be active. You know, be active, physically active to do what we can do. Each of us plays our part in doing what we can do. Do you get me?
It's got to come from him, though, isn't it? I mean, I like the idea of this box in the water
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's a good thing. Now,
Mm-hmm.
what does he want? Does he want machines to do those kind of stuff? Does he want?
Well, these are the things that we would talk about in the
Yeah,
in the back chat and stuff. You know,
yeah.
to drill it down once we've, you
I
know,
mean,
we,
I
as
can
I
get
said, we took a.
labeling machines, like I said to you before. I can get labeling machines and bottled
Mm-hmm.
machines, put labels on them, all that kind of stuff. So
Mm-hmm.
it just depends what he wants and which angle he wants to come from. You know,
Yeah, there you go. So that's what I'm
but
saying. It's
it's
just a
all
question
there.
of us. Yes,
Yeah, it's
which
all
is what we
there.
were saying. It is all there. It's just a question of us
Yeah.
putting our heads together,
Well, I need to
getting
come
the
up with a
idea.
plan. I need to come up with a business plan.
Exactly, coming up with
Yeah,
a plan, and then
mm,
actually starting to act and move on it
yeah,
at the end of the
yeah.
day.
That's
You
right. Yeah,
know, because as we said, water is a vital commodity. It is, and
yes.
since we have so much of it, it doesn't make sense to go and mash up the environment just for a
Nobody could say
30-year.
that water alone could supply the whole of the Caribbean. Bottled
Mm,
water, box
mm,
water, all over the
mm,
Caribbean. You know,
mm,
and over here as well. You
and
know,
other
wherever.
places as well.
Yeah, of
Exactly,
course. Pure water.
exactly,
No shit.
exactly.
No tap water.
Hmm. No
You know,
fluoride.
no
Hmm.
fluoride
Exactly.
or chloride, whatever they want to
Yeah,
call it.
exactly.
You know. So
So,
yeah, all looks good.
you know, so yeah, so as we say that, like the fact that our voices are getting louder and louder, their
Mm.
jurisdiction has been challenged.
Yes.
They've put the dates back, and
They
I've been
should cancel it.
watching.
Not put it back.
I think that's. Oh, I'm going lightning. Sorry, did you hear that?
Was
I'm
it lightning?
going. That's
Yeah.
thunder and lightning we've got here. I'm going. Sorry.
No,
I
no.
just, I'm just
I
showing my
heard it.
age there because that just frightened the life
I
out of
heard it.
me.
You know, I heard it. I thought you fell off the chair.
I nearly did. All right, listen, I don't like being on the phone when we've got thunder like this. So
No problem.
just in
Okay.
case there's lightning, and I have heard horrible stories about people getting lightning licks and having to go to the hospital and stuff. So, guys, I'm going to catch up with you later. All right.
Yeah, no problem.
All right. Cool.
Take care.
And you
Chad.
too. Thanks a
Take
lot for today.
care.
It's been great.
Yeah. Take care, Chad.
Hmm?
Chad, take care.
We still live?
Yeah, I'm going. I'm dropping out now, though. I'm dropping out.
Yeah,
So
drop on.
yeah, we'll talk again next time. Yeah.
Yeah, we're not live anymore, right?
Yeah, we're still live. No, just on the chat here. Just me and you chatting now.
No, we're
Ty's
not
gone.
live. I'm talking about on the what do you call it? The
Oh no, you know, I'm not too sure. I don't know. I don't think so. But that's Ty. I don't. He's disappeared somewhere. But I've got to drop out now anyway, right?
yeah, man, big up.
So talk to you soon, right?
Yeah, man.
Nice one.
Oh, hello. Oh shit. Hello. Oh shit. My bad. What happened? Did they just everyone? Did they leave or what's going on? Hello. Salute y'all. Can you hear me? Nighthawk. What happened? What happened? Did they leave? They got kicked? What's going on? Study done. That water is crucial. Oh, they dropped? Oh, three of them? Oh, it was lightning. Oh, okay, right. Bad weather in Jamaica. Okay, yeah. So sorry about that, you guys. I'm just getting back. So I guess we having bad weather in Jamaica. You know what I'm saying? Just if you just getting here, we had a brother from Jamaica. Jamaica is going through some problems right now. They have a part of Jamaica that's called Cockpit country. Is one of the most purest parts of the damn planet if you really want to get real about it. And so it's like a like a rainforest. And so I believe they have treaties and all types of stuff to protect that place. And so some kind of way, I don't know if they started mining or they threatening mining, but basically they trying to mine. And so us over here, some of the solutions was because they have lack of water there, but they do have source of fresh water. And so using fresh water throughout our communities, we be able to have our own maroon water. Danielle from the he's part of the Indigenous Ashanti Maroons. That's kind of like the indigenous people mixed with some of the people that came from Africa. They kind of mixed up together, and so they kind of got both heritage and stuff like that. And so yeah, so that's kind of what we was talking about, and we pretty much gonna leave it at there. So thanks for everybody for downloading the Lakesha app. You know what I'm saying? The Lakesha Alert app is part. And the Lakesha network is gonna be a little part of it as well, because we're gonna play a role into getting the Maroons, throughout the world. We're gonna be a part of getting them communicating with each other. And so this is something that people see the technology, they see what we got to offer, and they're able to capitalize on it. But and that's a good thing. So we're able to help a lot of people, with the app that we constructed. Thanks for everybody. And yeah, and so hopefully we gonna keep continue, because we gonna be working more in the background. I'm learning a little more about the situation. And but we're not gonna be out here telling everything, exposing everything. What I'm saying? All these weird ass motherfuckers ain't even in the chat room and visiting our page and got some weird comments. We know they out here. We just want to let our people know that we're out here working. We're never sleeping. What I'm saying? When this part of the world go to sleep, the other part of the world wakes up. And you best believe we over there too. So we never sleep. The only channel on YouTube that never sleeps. Tribe up. Shout out. Let me see. And then we might have Chief Holiday coming up next. We got Chief Ether gonna be doing some stuff. So yeah, we might have a full whole show today. But y'all, yep, it's breaking up. So here we go. We out. Peace.
Hi, my name is Lakesha from the Lakesha Network. I am here to remind you to go to your Google or Apple App Store. Simply type the word LAKESHA and then search to install and download the Lakesha Alert app to stay up to date on my new superior features. Subscribe to my YouTube page by opening up your app and clicking menu. Click on the About Us tab. Try to get familiar with my software and also teach it to your loved ones. And get your household familiar with my information. It will be useful in the future. You're welcome.